Hi, everyone. My name is Marylen Jimenez, member of the Silicon Valley class. As I thought about how to write this speech, my mind wandered back to our first deliverable for our business communication course, which was a getting to know you questionnaire. One question was, what song motivates you? The song I chose is what this speech revolves around, called Read All About It, Part 3 by Emily Sandé. The song says, you got a heart as loud as lions, so why let your voice be tamed? When I moved here to San Jose at the age of 13 and went to a new middle school, I realized how tame my voice really was. I went to 5 different high schools. In all those schools, I was always the timid girl who didn't say much. Before Europe, I had a pessimistic mindset. I was by far my worst critic. I was so focused on all the negative things about myself that I was blind to the positive. My girlfriend Jocelyn gave me the guidance to stray away from the negativity and see things from a more positive perspective. And for that, I want to especially acknowledge her today. Fast forward to today, I am standing here in front of 800 people delivering my speech with confidence. Thank you. If I were to tell my 13-year-old self that I would be speaking to a room full of people, I know she would have given me the most horrified facial expression. The young woman who presented a monologue at the beginning of Europe wouldn't have believed it either. I was given a scene to present from The Wizard of Oz. Yes, The Wizard of Oz. I presented the monologue with Lan Yao Li, who told me I sounded too monotone. She showed me places in the monologue where I needed to emphasize words and add more enthusiasm. Much to my frustration, however, each time I practiced it, it sounded even more monotone. Ironically, the scene I was assigned was the Cowardly Lion's courage speech, and I was terrified. I sought help from the expert actor in our class, Michael Wieland, who gave me some great tips to add more life to my voice and not be afraid to exaggerate when I speak. When the date to present our monologues finally came, I was the first to go. To say that I was nervous is a huge understatement. Now, if you think I'm going to tell you that I owned that room with my monologue, I unfortunately did not. Throughout the program, I had gone through this roller coaster of emotions, from confidence back to cowardice, from motivation to frustration, and even at times to depression. Even when it came to the last speech I would have to deliver before going to internship, my nerves were still getting the best of me, and I could tell that I was changing drastically, and for the better, but I still did not believe in myself and my strengths. Thank you. I had to prepare a narrative speech about a lesson that I learned. I focused my speech on a lesson that touched my heart, which was time is uncertain. I talked about my girlfriend Jocelyn, who had recently been diagnosed with a brain tumor, and how she and I now live every day on borrowed time. I don't know if tomorrow, the next day, in a week, a month, or even years from now, if she'll still be here with me. But I treasure every moment with Jocelyn. I wanted to tell my colleagues not to take their loved ones for granted. This was the best speech I ever delivered. I can't say I wasn't so nervous, but I gained more courage. And slowly but surely, I was letting my voice be heard. With the power of voice on my side, I found out I had earned an internship at eBay Inc., which supports the systems that HR utilizes. I wasn't so sure it was a good match for me. The requirements in the job description included motivative self-starter with high energy level, willingness to do what it takes to create work, and works well in a highly collaborative, fast-paced environment, and amicable personality with willingness to learn and take on new opportunities. In the back of my head, I thought, that's not me. Despite all the progress I had made at Europe, I still saw myself as a very introverted person. When I took the time to reread the internship description, it hit me. I hadn't taken the time to step back and recognize I no longer was the person I was 5 months ago. In fact, I was a completely different person. I had successfully replaced shyness with confidence, motivated, collaborative, amicable, willing to learn. This role was perfect. I could do all the things outlined on the job description, and anything I couldn't do, I'd be eager to learn. During my internship, I was reminded how quickly I learn new things, that I am detail-oriented, proactive, and resourceful. The fact that this personal growth happened in the span of 11 months shows me that I have the ability to do whatever I set my mind to. I want to thank Paul Joseph, one of my eBay managers, for being such a great support system and for helping me grow as a young professional. Finally, a special thank you to my other manager, Rebecca Onchi, who helped me to see how much I am capable of doing. Rebecca, I know how hard you worked to make this opportunity a reality, and I will be forever appreciative for that. With your help, I am honored to announce that I will be staying at eBay Inc. as a project coordinator for HR Tech. Thank you. The journey we have been through this year has been emotional, life-changing, challenging, and intense. I know many of us probably had a breaking point this year when we were ready to give up and call it quits. Despite that, we all conjured the courage we needed to reach our dream, and here we are graduating together. For me, having supported people who reminded me of the wonderful job I do is invaluable. This past year, we've had Europe staff members, colleagues, family, friends, and our significant others who have supported us. Whether we needed advice, guidance, or someone to listen to us, they have been there the same way we have been there for one another. I speak on behalf of my colleagues and myself when I say we are truly grateful for everyone in this room right now. Without you, we wouldn't have made it this far, and I would have never found my voice. Every graduate in this room took this learning experience and found that through hard work, anything is possible to accomplish. You've got a heart as loud as lions, so why let your voice be tamed? We are skilled, talented, and hardworking young professionals who will continue to make an impact on others. And we deserve to let our voices roar. Everyone, please help me by giving a round of applause to my graduating class. Thank you.